my wife is watching the show called Emily in Paris, which is like this huge show on Netflix now. And
The synopsis?
okay, the synopsis is the title. You want to know more? There is no more.
There is no more. And that's the problem.
I feel that when they came up with Emily in Paris, they were like, okay, this is the working title, Emily in Paris, and then they just forgot to change the rest, like the name to a real title.
That's the script.
That was it. That was just Emily in Paris.
You're in Paris.
Yeah, you're in Paris, and then you open it up and it says
exterior Paris Street.
Paris, and then
Emily is there.
And then you close it, and that's it. That's the show. It's funny because you watch it and you're like, this show feels like it came out in like 2009.
Everybody's white.
Yeah, everybody's white.
Yeah.
There's a couple of there's some diversity. There are a couple of gay characters. There is an Asian best friend.
Yep.
Which again kind of feels 2009. I don't know. I actually watched the show. I did an Asian version of the show. I just fast forwarded until Ashley Park showed up on screen, and then I watched the part that she does.
I almost did that last night when I watched the pilot for you guys.
Yeah, I was like, okay, what's going on?
Like,
okay,
where's Ashley? Where's Ashley?
Yeah, where's Ashley? Okay, and then she sings. I'm like, that was the best part, the most talent right there, and then like continue going.
There should be a representation button on Apple TV.
Yeah,
it just shows you every person.
Really amazing.
Just push the button, and it just like, oh, here's all the gay characters. Got it.
I think something that's really come up for me during this pandemic is like talk is cheap, right? So please stop emailing me with your listservs, okay, saying you believe that Black Lives Matter until your actions show that what the stories that you're telling, the people that you're producing are actually like that, you know? Yeah. And so I think how I feel about Emily in Paris is that whenever, and these days too, it's like when I'm in final callbacks for things and they're like, we're really trying to be more diverse. And then, then they cast a white person. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I wasn't right for the role, and that's totally cool. But also, your actions are not in line with what you say your intentions are.
Right.
Yeah. So I have to protect myself, and I think that's why I've been even more rigorous about writing, is because there are stories that need to be told that honestly, like, we're just gonna have to tell them. And it doesn't have to be about race, but representation. It's like you have to have people on your team who are there with you in solidarity, not just to make themselves feel better about lost time when all this time they've been doing a bad job of uplifting marginalized voices. I don't want to just always be the best friend or be there because someone feels bad that like they look at their slate and they realize it's two in one direction.
When you tell a story like that, it just defaults to white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just kind of, you know what I'm saying? You just kind of make them, you just imagine in your mind, that's kind of like how deep it is in your mind.
Yeah.
That, like if I were to say Emily in Paris, you just immediately think of a white girl. Right away.
They would never
pops in your mind.
like a Fumi in Paris.
Right. Fumi in Paris. There's not a Fumi in Paris.
That sounds like a porn.
Yeah, already. Fumi in Paris. A terrible porn too.
I'm getting fucked for sure.
Yeah. There's one ridged condiment. Yeah. So. But if you kind of think about that show,
Fumi in Paris looks like there's also like an animation with like Totoro.
I'm waiting at the bus stop for some reason. I'm going to Paris.
Yeah, I'm going to Paris, and then you have to ride like a big cat.
Yeah. This is the only way to Paris.
This is the only way to Paris.
Yeah.
But that's sort of
already. This is an interesting story, Mike. This is already a funnier Netflix show. This is already interesting.
But see, that's sort of the thing is that like that's the crazy thing is that as soon as we say Fumi in Paris, our mind goes somewhere else. Like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your mind, if you say Emily in Paris, there's no reason for her
to be white.
There's actually no reason for her to be white.
No.
Actually, if she was black, if she was Latinx or whatever, then you could still have the same story. Exactly.
Because there are plenty of basic black people or whatever, right? Basic Asian girls. They're right. Basic is just like a lifestyle, So it doesn't.
Basic
have
is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Basic is a choice.
Basic
so like
is a lifestyle.
Yes, exactly. There you go. You're done. You're cast. So like but our mind is like she's like a white girl with a beret on. But as soon as you say Fumi in Paris, then it's a Totoro cartoon.
It's a Totoro.